channel. Happy Friday. My name is Aziza, aka Gourmet Pens. Today we are looking at a new fountain pen. I purchased this from Appelboom, and I actually purchased it for a friend for their birthday, Christmas, like a bajillion events. So my friend works in the car industry and is a big fan of Enzo, and so it just made sense to get them one. So I thought I would share this pen with you because, for once, Montblanc has actually supplied Appelboom with enough units that they have some in stock. So I really wanted to do this video just to show you the pen and kind of go through the details of the pen. So in case you're interested in one or you're just curious, you can enjoy along with me. So this is the Montblanc Great Characters Enzo Ferrari Special Edition. It is not the super expensive limited edition one, and it has a broad nib, and I'm going to show it to you. We're going to do the packaging. Let's do the packaging. The box is no longer here. It is now here. So it has Enzo's portrait. He is behind the wheel. There's a steering wheel. Let's open this up. Okay, so you always have the sleeve. I'm going to put the sleeve on the ground. That's not, I mean, that is kind of relevant. Oh, I actually didn't look at the packaging because I just took the pen for my friend and I said, oh, I need the box. So look at this. It was a fine nib, and I requested a change to the broad. This is really interesting. It is actually written in fountain pen. So this is their nib service certificate. Service number, the nib is 14 karat. It's a broad. It shows you that the extra fine, fine, and medium are round points. Broad, double broad are stubby, and then the obliques are stubby and oblique. I'm genuinely fascinated. And what moves you makes you. Okay, and then service and approved. That is pretty cool. Because when you get nib work done with a Nibmeister, or you purchase a pen with a nib mod, you usually get some kind of certificate. So this is really cool. It's about time. Thank you, Montblanc. This is very nifty. And I like that they have this as a QR code. That's a plus. I am pleased about that. I'm just grabbing the pen tray. Okay, here is the booklet. Let me put this here. Every Montblanc limited edition tells its own story. This is a special edition. So a famous line from Enzo is, "You cannot describe passion, you can only live it." I will show you that on the pen. Enzo Ferrari, a passion for racing. The name Ferrari stands for aesthetic design, powerful engines, almost endless technical innovation, and one of the most influential men in automotive history. With enormous vision and an unbridled passion for motorsport, he led his company to unparalleled prestige and created a legend that lives on. Ferrari racing cars are the most decorated in the world, having participated in every Formula One World Championship since the first season in 1950. Under the leadership of Enzo Ferrari, the Scuderia Ferrari team brought home 9 drivers' championships and 8 constructors' championships, making it the most successful team in Formula One to date. So Montblanc is dedicating this pen to Enzo Ferrari, to the man and his passion for racing. Okay, so this is all in different languages. I am going to just put this here. I don't think you want me to read all this to you, but this is the life of Enzo, and I'm just going to pick out the details of the pen. So let me do this. Okay. The resin color of this edition is inspired by the color Rosso 7 Anni, a color specifically developed by Ferrari to celebrate its 70th anniversary as an homage to the racing spirit animating the earliest Ferrari years. The dates of Enzo Ferrari's birth and his first racing victory are engraved on the cone of the special edition. So that is down here. You can see that there. His signature in the name of his father's workshop, Officina Meccanica Alfredo Ferrari, in reference to Enzo Ferrari's birthplace, are engraved on the cap top. So that's up here. Up top there. I'll show you in better detail. The edition is crowned by the Montblanc emblem on a yellow background. This is my favorite part of the pen. The color of the city of Modena, surrounded by intricate metalwork reminiscent of a vintage car grille. And then, let's keep going. The prancing horse is on this side. There you go. Enzo Ferrari's first victory at the Circuito del Savio was also the occasion marking the beginning of the now famous Ferrari logo. So it's engraved on the cap, together with the words of the Countess, "It will bring you luck." So, oh yeah, it does say that. Very cool. Huh. That's really nifty. And you can also see the picture here, which is probably what I should be showing you. And then, you cannot, okay, so on the ruthenium coated clip, it says, "You cannot describe passion, you can only live it." So, there's a lot of details here. The early Ferrari cars were built for speed with a racing shape that is reflected in the dynamic clip design of the special edition. 12 engraved lines symbolize the 12 cylinders, so these are right here on the pen. And then, as a tribute to his success, the rhodium-coated gold 585 gold nib, so it's 14 karat, is engraved with pilota and the steering wheel of the 250 GTO. So I'll show you this shortly. One of the world's most renowned racing cars. The fittings of the edition available as a fountain pen, ballpoint or rollerball, are platinum coated. Okay, so very nifty. I'm not a huge car person. I don't know a lot about cars. I mean, I can tell the difference between a Ford and a Chevy, but for people who appreciate car history, does this appeal to you? I'm very curious if Montblanc got it right with this. And just so we continue, there's the box. I'm curious because I really don't know how it feels to be a passionate car person, and I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I'm going to just show you a comparison here. So what we have, if you're curious about the size of the great characters, let me put a Leonardo Grande in here. So it is about the size of a 149. It has the 146 size nib on it, and it's heavier because it's got more metal on it, and it's thicker than the 146. Here's a 144. Here is a Leonardo Momento Zero Grande. So you could just see it's not a huge pen, but it's, it's a good size pen. Okay, now let's do the fun part. We're going to look at, I'm trying to close this so I don't drop it. Let's look at the pen. And if you're curious, which you might be, the ink to match is purple. Apparently it is because Enzo's father wrote with purple ink, and so he continued to write with purple ink, I guess, as a tribute. I don't know how true that is, and if you know, I would love to hear. Otherwise, it's purple, and it's a really nice purple. I really like it. And so I did ink this with purple. But for me, as a non-knowledgeable car person, I expected it to be red, the ink, but it is purple. I like the purple better, and considering Montblanc released 50,000 reds 2 years ago, I'm glad it's not another red, Okay, let's look at the pen. So here it is in detail. The red is a resin. It's a nice red. I like it. I mean, I understand the elements of the Ferrari homage. I like the elements. I think they're cool. I'm smitten with this finial. I love that yellow. I love the detailed metalwork that they're talking about. I think that's really awesome. In hand, it's very comfortable. It's a really nice, comfy pen. The threads are metal, so they're a little sharp. It's out of my way. It doesn't bother me. But it's a comfy pen. It has a nice weight and balance. And I'm not going to post this thing. No, it doesn't post. Okay, let's write. I'm excited to write. So the broad nib is, as I showed you in that little certificate, it's slightly stubby. And it has, as we said, it has the steering wheel and pilotis. It has 4810 and Montblanc and the gold hallmarks and, I'm sorry, pilota. Okay, let's do writing. So we have Montblanc. Great. Characters. Enzo. Ferrari. The nib is 14 karat broad. And, oh, that was a really bad K. The ink, well, it's fairly juicy. Montblanc. Enzo, Ferrari, purple. Okay, so this nib is slightly over polished because I'm getting a few skips there. I'm curious, because it's stubby, I'm going to just do two different types of writing samples. So we have this way. With pressure, it's beautiful. I really like the variation from the broad alone. And then I'm going to write with it a bit oblique. So it's definitely over polished. Thank you, Montblanc. That's fantastic. I did not request that Annabelle tune this on the way out the door, but I should have. So that is an option. If you buy from Appelboom, you can get your nib tuned from Annabelle. I picked this up. It's a long story. I picked this up in person. I should have done this. I should have gotten that done. But anyway, I'm going to write at a higher angle now, because the sweet spot may be somewhere else. No, still Skippy. Thank you, Montblanc. I'm so excited. Fortunately, I believe this is going in my friend's like display collection, and they will not be writing with it terribly much. But next time we see Annabelle, we're going to have this tuned. I'm just varying my angle to see if there's a sweet spot, because with broader nibs, there can be a sweet spot. Like with the Lamy 2000 broad nibs, there is a sweet spot. Some people love it, some people hate it. Oh, I think I found it. I'm writing too fast. I think I was close. This is why you get your nibs tuned by Annabelle. Yikes, that is a bad angle. Okay, let me try lower. Ooh, nope. Hello. Jello. Okay, I think I found it. Nope, I didn't. Oh, delightful. All right. This pen is basically $1,000+ and it's over polished. I don't understand how they sent me this, or not me. I don't understand how they sent this nib certificate. I am looking at the nib. It's pretty tight. Like the tines are pretty tight. I'm going to just weten it a little bit. Let's see how it goes this time. Hello, Jello. Okay, it's definitely better. Oh, it's way better now with the wetting procedures. Okay, so it was maybe just too tight. and as such was not achieving the sweet spot. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. I'll forgive it. Oh, well, I spoke too soon. Look at this. Montblanc, you need to do better, man. How am I supposed to love your pens when this is what you do? Like, that's not okay. So, I'm kind of annoyed. It's my fault. I should have gotten it tuned. Okay, so Enzo. This is an easy fix, at least. Okay, so there we go. A beautiful, interesting pen with a really beautiful nib that doesn't really like this paper. So what I'm also going to do is, just to be totally fair, I'm going to grab a Montblanc notebook and we're going to try it on the Montblanc paper because I think that would be interesting, don't you? Let's see. The Tomoe River is pretty smooth, so I'm going to just give it a chance on here. Okay, let me prepare this. We have Montblanc, Enzo, Ferrari. It's much better on here, so it needs a bit of tooth, which is not uncommon with over-polished nibs. Sorry my handwriting's so hideous. I fell down the stairs last night and probably broke my pinky. So my hand is aching. My pinky is aching, which is rubbing against the page. Boy. JC pen. Okay. Okay. It definitely performs better on toothy paper. It's not perfect, but it's better. Joyous. Thank you, Montblanc. Thank you. Okay, let's do some side writing, and then we will come back and laugh at this hilarity. Side writing complete. Somehow it worked better. Okay, here's what I think. I really like Montblanc. I have a lot of them. And I really like the nib options. And I like how classy and elegant the Meisterstück series is. This is insane because this is a $1,000 plus pen. That is why Appelboom offers the nib tuning service. The fact that they sent me this certificate with this writing, I mean, maybe I just haven't recreated it, but typically I can tell if it's good or not. And the nib has potential because it has a really nice shape, but it's a little over polished. So I'm going to get that fixed up. To me, yes, absolutely, it should be perfect out the door. Obviously, it wrote for them, so maybe it's just me, but probably not. Anyway, the pen is very cool. When it's writing, I love how it feels because it's a firm, for the most part, yields ever so slightly when it feels like writing. But when it is writing, it's really nice. It's a really nice shape. It's like slightly crisp and it just feels really good. So that's the problem. It annoys me. It's like the Visconti Palladium nibs where they used to be really finicky, but when you got a good one, it was really good. So there we go. I mean, that's incredible. Insane. However, I appreciate you watching. I hope this was educational. I don't really have a solution except for saying get your nibs serviced on the way out when you purchase them. If you buy it somewhere else, you can, or if you can try it in person, fantastic. This was a gift. I purchased it online and picked it up in person, and I neglected to get it ground. My fault. Oof. So that's okay. Oh, I'm sorry, not ground, serviced. However, Montblanc, if you watch this, this is insane because this pen is like $1,000 plus, depending on where you're buying it, and that's a lot of money. So, like, that's a lot. I enjoy the pen. I love the ink, and I got ink on me, and my finger really hurts. So, I would love to hear what you think. Like, this is hilarious and terrible. And the worst part is, I'll keep buying them because I like Montblanc. Like, I have their calligraphy flex. I mean, you saw, like, I've got an OBB, and then I have the 149, and then I have the Glacier. This was actually a gift. This one writes like a dream. So let me just show you what a properly tuned Montblanc writes like. So it can be done. It can happen. It can. It's just that I didn't get one that it can be done on. Yay! Any hoots, I'm going to shut up because this has been like 20 minutes of my rambling. I hope you learned something. I hope this was fun for you. Feel free to rip Montblanc a new one in the comments. I will chuckle along with you and probably agree with you. That's all, folks. Take care. We will see you on the next video. Ciao!